Hello, this is Musings with Mookie, and this is going to be an episode with whatever the next episode is. But I'm sitting here doing my math work, something I don't want to do. These caramel covered lollipops have changed. The caramel used to be soft, and now it's hard. Like, why would you do that? That really takes the fun out of it. But I'm sitting here doing my math work, and I'm thinking about this conversation about that I had. Well, what I was telling my daughter, and it ended up being a conversation. And of course, I'm gonna tell her she's right today. But of course, I did have to think about what she was saying. I mean, she was right in that instance, but I didn't tell her that, or I might have. But I'm gonna tell her she's right again. And I'm telling her, I don't know how we got on the concept of what was on my mind, but she craves conversation. I mean, I do too, but when I'm in a mood, I don't. And while I'm eating, because my digestion can be affected if I get frustrated while I'm eating. I don't like to have hard conversations while I'm eating. Nothing, not a meal. So we're talking, and I'm telling her that I don't like taking math. Taking this math class has me thinking about math, and at times I do not want to think about math, polynomials, trinomials, binomials. If there's things binomials, I don't even know anymore. So whatever nomials pop in my head to include cubing the root, squaring the root, cubing the number, just cubing. I didn't even know. I don't think I even remembered or known that square like the root symbol can go higher than than 2. I don't recall ever learning about imaginary numbers, but it's a strong possibility. I got up to pre-calculus in high school, so it's a strong possibility, but I was always choosing to planning to brain dump that information. So I tell her this, that these figures dance around as if they were potato shaped with crowns or sticks, and they have white arms and white legs, and they just dance around in a circle, taunting me religiously in my head. And her eyes light up in both wonderment and confusion, but she's also formulating an idea that I didn't know, but I saw the wonderment and confusion, but I took it as maybe she thought I was actually losing it. And at the time I was explaining these things to her, she's 9, by the way. I was explaining these things to her. I'm like, oh, and my second oldest son is sitting at the table also, and he's eating something because I'm finishing up a bowl of chili, and he's just listening to the conversation. And when I'm done into the deep exploration of my psyche concerning math and how my disdain of it is torturing me, and I do use the words "it's torturing me" at night and throughout the day. And once I'm done with my spiel, she says, "You need a potato masher or slicer." And I'm thinking, like, what does that? I was like, they're not real. And she responds as she's explaining how to also defeat them. She says you have to defeat them, and you just need a potato slicer. And she says, I said, but they're not real. She says, but you created it in your head. So whatever you create in your head that you don't want, you can destroy. She said that. I spend copious amount of time telling my kids that some things are not real and some things are real. And she returned my lesson. Things I create in my head are things I create. I can keep them or I can destroy them. And to use easier said than done would diminish what she was right about. I'm going to stop creating these monsters in my head. I will one day. Right now it's inevitable because for some of us, we have to think about our actions. We have to see the monsters in our head. So one day I will completely stop thinking about or creating the monsters in my head. The ones I have created, I'm going to destroy them. Every time I pop up in that potato with a crinkly face that's either distorted into angst or anger with its brown crinkly skin, I'll just destroy it. Every time it pops up, I would think about what my daughter said and destroy it. I'll find a weapon. I'll create a weapon that destroys it. That's what kids shows in cartoons and movies reiterate. If you create it, you can figure out a way to destroy it. What monsters have you created in your head that you must destroy those monsters that are in your head? What does your monster of doubt look like? How can you defeat the monster that's in your head? Because the monster is not a person. And for some people, it is a person. But that keeps you in the bed, that keeps you... What does that monster look like? What is mentally holding you back? Or keeping you in despair? How can you unlock and unlock that thought, dissolve that thought? For me, every time I delve into this madness of thinking about these monsters dancing around in a circle, taunting me with floating symbols of roots and square roots and binomials and simplifying equations with rational exponents. Like what? Yes. So, yeah, she was right. I had to destroy them with a potato masher. So whenever they come up, maybe I decide to have chips. And so I'll slice them up and bake them, crunch them. I don't have to eat them. I can just destroy them, make them into potato chips, run a potato chip factory. And so every time they recognize that I am also there, they'll run away. Who knows? Well, this has been Musings with Mookie. Hopefully, this was encouraging, introspective. I try to be. No, I am. The U.S. is still leading the way, but I've had some other countries come up. Of course, we have Russia. I'm going to it now. But we had Russia come up. We had the UK. It's just been quite a few countries Listen, this podcasting thing isn't hard, but it's not easy. I always want you to do something new. And so Substack says I have 5 subscribers now. Substack wants me to do some more stuff. And we got 318 downloads. That spiked. Oh, the Netherlands? What? Oh, the Netherlands are above Germany. And then below Germany is Singapore. What? Hold up. 8% from unknown. But the Netherlands, like I got 86 in the US. 86% in the US. So let me see. Below Singapore, there's Brazil. Then there's Russia. And then there's Egypt. And then there's United Kingdom. That is wild. So, welcome. Anyway, this has been Musings with Mookie. I'll chat with you all another time. We're all in this together, like seriously. But I'll chat with you all another time. Ciao. Bye.